Hi friends, welcome to Early E-Learning. My name is Alex and today we are going to read a story. For today's story time, I'll be reading the story of Martin Luther King Jr., written by Johnny Ray Moore and illustrated by Amy Woomer. Here we go, friends. Every January we celebrate the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. Do you know why we remember him? Some of you may hear his name and know who he is. Some of you may not, and that's okay. Martin Luther King Jr. was what you call a civil rights leader, and he's someone who spoke to many people, and he tried to spread a message of peace and love so everyone can be treated fairly. This is why we celebrate him. Martin was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. His father was a preacher, and his mother was a school teacher. And a preacher is a person who usually speaks in front of many people, and he spreads message of love and kindness and how to be together in a community. Martin liked to go to school. He always did more than his teachers asked him to do. For example, friends, if his teacher asked him to read one book, he would probably read 5 books. So he always did so much more than he was asked. He really loved school. Martin's school was old. It needed a lot of fixing, but the school for the light-skinned children was new. Friends, so if you notice, the children are playing, they seem happy. However, if you look really closely, look at this swing set. There is only one swing working, and the other one is broken on the floor. And it's made out of wood. So although wood is strong, it could still break easily. And other than the swing set and climbing on the swing set, the only other thing they're playing is playing with a ball. This is where all the dark brown skinned children play. Martin and his mom and dad like to eat out, but some restaurants would not serve them. Friends, unfortunately, a long time ago, restaurants would separate people, they would segregate people, meaning that they would only let people with a certain skin color into the restaurants. For example, maybe this restaurant was only for light-skinned people, and if you notice, most of them look really light-skinned people, and they would say, no, people with dark skin could not come in here. That is really not fair. Martin could not drink from all water fountains. He had to find one with a sign that read colored. So the sign that said color was meant for people who had dark brown skin. Over here, Martin is observing this water fountain, and there is a sign that reads white. And that meant that only light-skinned people could drink from this water fountain. And friends, that is absolutely not fair. If someone is thirsty, they should be allowed to drink in any water fountain. The color of their skin should not matter. You should be able to drink in any water fountain you want. This made Martin angry. He wanted to go to the best school, he wanted to eat at any restaurant, and he wanted to drink from any water fountain. And this is very reasonable. He should not have to be looking for certain water fountains, playgrounds, or restaurants. He should be able to go to anywhere that he wants. And look, so here's young Martin, and he's looking at the children as they're playing in the playground. This is a playground where only light-skinned children were allowed to go. So look, notice that they have a slide, and they're sliding down, and they have a swing set, and their swing set is made out of metal, stronger material, and they have 3 working swings. They also have a baseball, and if you notice, the ground is filled with grass. It looks like it's really new. This was a big difference, and Martin did not like it. And perhaps not only he was angry, but he might have been sad too. When Martin grew up, he became a preacher. just like his dad. One day he spoke to more than 200,000 people. That's a lot of people. And over here, he's in front of the Lincoln Memorial that's in Washington, D.C. Martin said, I have a dream that my four little children would not be judged by the color of their skin. This is a really powerful quote, friends. And what Martin meant by this quote was he didn't want someone to look at someone who had brown skin and think they should not be treated fairly. No, he wanted the complete opposite. He wanted everyone, whether you had light skin, medium brown skin, or dark brown skin, to be treated fairly, to be treated equally. And that was not happening when he was a young boy, so he wanted to change that. Martin made his dream come true. Now we can all eat in any restaurant. If you notice, before they would separate. Each restaurant had their own set of customers, and they only wanted people with a certain skin tone to go there. Now the restaurants were open to anyone. It didn't matter their skin tone. Anyone can go to the restaurant, and this is as it should be. This is fair. Drink from any water fountain and go to any school. So friends, you notice now all of these children were probably just finished playing and they're thirsty and they're able to drink from any water fountain and they're able to go to school together. It doesn't matter what color of their skin, they can go to any school. And dream our dreams, just like Martin Luther King Jr. And friends, we all have dreams. Just like Martin Luther King had a dream that everyone would be together and love one another, this is how we should all be. We should try to be kind to each other. I have a special song that is for Martin Luther King Jr. So this song is very, very special because it reminds us to love one another. It reminds us to advocate for our freedom, to always want the best for ourselves, and to be kind to each other. So here we go. Dr. King, Dr. King, Dr. King was a civil rights leader. Dr. King, Dr. King, he had a dream. He wanted everybody to love one another. He wanted everybody to love one another. He wanted everybody to love one another. This was his dream. Dr. King, Dr. King, Dr. King was a civil rights leader. Dr. King, Dr. King, he had a dream. He wanted everybody to have the same freedoms. He wanted everybody to have the same freedoms. He wanted everybody to have the same freedoms. This was his dream. Dr. King, Dr. King, Dr. King was a civil rights leader. Dr. King, Dr. King, he had a dream. He wanted everybody to hold hands together. He wanted everybody to hold hands together. He wanted everybody to hold hands together. This was his dream. Dr. King, Dr. King, Dr. King was a civil rights leader. Dr. King, Dr. King, he had a dream. Friends, and we all have dreams. So let's do our best to make our dreams come true. And always remember to love one another, to be kind to each other, and to always Make sure that you're treated fairly. Bye, friends.